Hi, this video is on how to use those course sections so things are more easily navigatable, findable, broken out for your students. So the first thing some teachers don't know how to do is even to name them. In the past, in old versions, we had to put the name in at the top of a section as a label. That has been gone for over 3 years. You just have to turn editing on, and you see where it says topic 1. There's a little pencil by it. I can click on that and say chapter 1. Let's see if I spelled that right. I didn't. Sociology. There we go. And as it says, hit enter when finished. If you hit any other key, it won't take. So now it says Chapter 1, Introduction to Sociology, and I might want to make the introduction capitalized. There we go. That might be the logical way that you break yours out. Maybe that Chapter 1 is all-encompassing. I have one chapter in my class that takes up an entire quarter. So I had to break it up into subsections in my class. So if we were to go to look at that, you could see Chapter 4, Chapter 4B, because I broke up that one chapter into more logical information. Chapter 4 is just on the motherboard. Chapter 4B is on CPUs. In my textbook, they're both Chapter 4. And then you could go to the next one and say chapter, if we're doing it by chapters, Chapter 2, and I'll hit enter there. And now when I turn editing off, you'll see on the left-hand side, now it has those names on there. And if I were to click on it, it would shortcut straight to that section for our students. Also, if you didn't know how to highlight it so they can see it more easily, you can turn editing on, and next to that section right at the top edit, you can hit that and say highlight, and that will then highlight the current section that you're on. So students, when they come into the course, can easily, sorry about that, they can easily see which section is highlighted from the overall view of your course. Oh, we're still in Chapter 1. Also, you can see on here, topic 3 and topic 4 are visible, but they're not over here in the table of contents. Items only show in the table of contents if there's something in it. Topic 3 is completely empty, and I honestly should hide it, as is topic 4, but neither one of those show up in that table of contents because it's empty. I just threw a couple things in those two topics so they would show up. So, with the table of contents, dividing it logically in more than just quarters over your themes in your course, whether it's chapter, subject, however you divide it up, and then naming them so that students can find them, and highlighting the one you're currently in, again, a way for students to easily go right to it. I'm going to point out the last thing. You see general up here is up on the top. That's only showing, that's this top section, because that announcements is there. If I turn editing on and delete that item, the general goes away completely. We'd really, and this is the next part of the rubric, is that you have a course overview section. Many teachers have gone to putting a huge amount of things in that top general one, which means that as soon as I pick Chapter 1, that doesn't go away. It's still up there, my contact information and everything. We'd really like to make in that course introduction, that's where you have your contact information. That's where you post your Zooms. That's where you post your resume, your syllabus, your class rules. All that stuff is in the class overview section, which you can see it says course overview, and I put dash class introduction. That course overview section is where all that information goes so students can find it, but so that they don't see it every time they come into the class. It'd be kind of like you have in the introduction of the book on top of every single chapter when you go in to read, and I have to thumb past that every single time. So that's setting that table of contents and naming and dividing up your content. By the way, if you have to do that, if let's say you've done the quarter or the semester thing in the past, if we go there, I'm going to go to another another one here. If we need to move things between them, and let's say I make a new area that I need to move something to, all I have to do is click on this, and it'll list everything in order that falls into the course. So I basically just make a new section underneath the one that maybe is too big, and then just move half of my stuff or whatever to that new section. And I guess I should point out how to add a section if you need one. All you have to do is go down to the bottom, and it says add topics. I can click add topic. It says how many do you want to add? I'm just going to add one. And so it added that new topic 16 down here, and then I can move it. Again, I can slide it up and down, or I can just click on it and says, hey, where do you want it to go? Oh, you know what? I want it to go after PC tech information. And now it moved that section there. I can name it and now move things between the two. And that is how to add and move sections.